What's popping y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are doing a other film review. First, before we start, we might notice that this isn't my voice. I have been very busy, and my voice has gone, so for now I will be using this voice, but these words are all mine. It is still all my own thoughts and opinions, just not my voice saying them. I once again apologize for the inconvenience, and with that out of the way, we can jump straight into the review. Hey there, boys and girls, welcome to Tyler's Pizzeria, where there's fun games and animatronics, but it's movie night, and we are watching FNAF 2, or better out as Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This is Blumhouse's new moneymaker, and they will be jumping these out for the next decade. I went to see this with my girlfriend because we both love FNAF, and it was a good load of fun. No cool popcorn bucket, though. Anyway, without any further delay, let's look at what Google has to say about this childhood nightmare. So it's a horror with 5.110 on IMDb and 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. Personally, I think that is really low and undeserved. 1 year has passed since the supernatural nightmare at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Former security guard Mike has kept the truth from his 11-year-old sister, Abby, concerning the fate of her animatronic friends. When Abby sneaks out to reconnect with Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, she sets into motion a terrifying series of events that reveal dark secrets about the true origin of Freddy's. This is a movie for the fans, and not the critics, because as a movie the script, acting, and story was absolutely atrocious. It was horrible. I hated watching it, but I also loved it. There were so many references, and I kept looking at my girlfriend with the most giddy expression plastered on my face. I felt like Deku watching that one All Might video. This movie was amazing, having the animations come and fight each other, taking one down after another, but it was also so cheesy. Having the puppet take over Abby and that one YouTube host was so cool. The CGI on it was a little weird and cheap, with it looking a little bad, but the whole idea of it was cool. MatPat was also a surprise to see as Toy Bonnie. I didn't expect him to put on such a high voice. My girlfriend asked if it was a woman, but no, it was Matt, and he has a secret talent to act. Well, it's no secret he's a theater kid. I just feel like him being taught Bonnie could have been used better, as he was overshadowed by Chica. I feel like they didn't get their fair share of screen time. Bonnie and Freddy could have been used more, as even Mangle was used more than Freddy, the main bear. The voice of Glamrock Freddy returned for Freddy, and I really enjoyed it. It should just be the Freddy voice. It's so perfect and iconic. Way to go, superstar. I was gassed when I heard him talk, and I shook my girlfriend to tell her. The animatronic with the most screen time was Chica, which was unfortunate, as my favorites are Bonnie and Foxy, but they obviously wanted to get the most out of Megan Fox as a voice actor. She did very well playing Chica, and it was very interesting how they played as a hive mind being controlled by the puppet. I enjoyed that, as it was something we didn't get to see much of in the game, and makes the lore so much more interesting. We see the puppet take over Vanessa at the end, leaving a massive suspense and hype for the third movie, as both Aftons will be the villains. It will be very exciting to see where they take number 3, as Springtrap will definitely be involved, as his body was taken to a Halloween house by a group of kids. We had Mike Afton as the main villain in this movie, meaning Mike Smith was a complete random who randomly got wound up in all this mess. The new Mike was a very good creepy character that has a lot of mystery to him, as he randomly disappeared at the end, meaning we could have 3 Aftons as the big bads for the third movie. The animatronics were seen as broken, but showed up at the end, and the spirits passed on, so now Mike has to deal with the cleanup. That's going to be very expensive and hard. The child murder right at the start was a huge step up, because we always have the starter kill, but you don't often see child murder on the big screens unless you're Game of Thrones. Baby was in this movie as well, showing that William had been working on her for a while to put his little girl inside. However, movieverse, William's daughter is Vanessa, which isn't the same as the game, so would Vanessa go into Circus Baby? Man, but I'm hyped. My favorite part was when Mike picked up the teddy, and it said the her. It was so good and had me stitches. Why, but there are so many good actors in this movie paired with so many bad ones. It made it a really strange experience to watch, as the quality was all over the place. The character arcs in this movie were non-existent, and we have Vanessa and Mike having the only development in their relationship crumbling as the movie went on, as Mike was being such a dick to her, as she was going through trauma with her dad. Messina Grace was a surprise guest being the main villain and had so much potential, but it fell flat unfortunately. The mangle scene in the car was done really well and made good use of her unique proportions. Very fitting for the character, and speaking of fitting, the mask usage was peak on the scenes straight from the game. We had Mike literally play FNAF 2 in the movie as he was keeping the phantoms away. It was so perfect and did very well to build up suspense, but he was saved last second like we all expected. The animatronics didn't really put up much of a fight. Their kill count was higher in this film, having a total of 7 deaths, instead of 5 in FNAF 1, maybe 6, if you count Afton from the first film. I just feel like it could have upped the horror, but they still played it quite safe, keeping all death off screen to keep the PG rating and letting the kids watch. The kids shouldn't be watching. I don't care. It's a horror movie that goes all out for horror use. The new direction of the games makes them more kid-friendly, but the games are scary to play. I want that same feeling from the movie. This takes me back to a topic I had in a previous film review where the horror movies aren't as scary as horror games. It's really unfortunate to see, but still as a standalone movie it's terrible. But as a FNAF movie, it's surprisingly better than the original with more action and lore. Personally, I loved it and will watch it again when it drops on streaming. I give it a very solid, very strong 7/10. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Other than that, I think that wrapped it up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay home and stay safe. What's popping, why all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we are doing another film review. First, before we start, we might notice that this isn't my voice. I have been very busy, and my voice has gone, so for now I will be using this voice, but these words are all mine. It is still all my own thoughts and opinions, just not my voice saying them. I once again apologize for the inconvenience.